Hey, everybody, welcome to another fun episode of Oddballs TV, where everything's odd, and so are my balls.
My balls are even, so we starting this shit already. My bad. All right.
All right. Super chocolate oddballs. There we go. Oh, God. Oh, I can't even right now. I'm tired.
Hey, it's gonna be a long day.
It's going to be a long one.
Buckle up.
I don't have any buckles. God damn it. God damn it. Oh, God. If you guys haven't realized, it is Antoine Het Clown. Oh, new hashtag. I started that. From High Desert Pythons. I have been trying to get you on forever.
Oh, cool. Well, a lot of women's have been trying to get on me forever, so you welcome.
Oh, God, here we go.
Oh,
thank God John's sleeping on the other side of the couch.
Oh, Spider-Man twins today. Check that out. Oh, man. This was not rehearsed, people. We did not plan this. Check that
Not at all. Kathleen didn't put this on last minute.
I will be 39 years old in 39 days, and I still drink from a Spider-Man mug.
I have a Deadpool one.
That's dope.
He's like stands up, and it's like this big, and he's got the katanas in the back.
Oh, that's crazy.
I like my Marvel.
Yeah, it's cool you got me today because Wednesdays I usually set everything aside from like snakes in the gym, and it's like a day to myself. And in California, I have this holiday I made called White Women Wednesday, so it was fitting that we do this today. So hey.
Oh God, I need to do one of them ancestry kits. I do know there's. I may appear white, but there's more underneath this exterior.
Oh, under the hypo.
Actually, I've been tracking my family tree lately.
Mm-hmm.
We're just gonna go off the thing, and I found out that my great grandmother was actually a slave bought on a ship from Africa.
Oh shit! I mean, I would say cool, but I mean, I don't think cool is the is how you respond to that.
No, I mean it's interesting because they traveled around for a while, and then they settled here.
Where are you?
New Brunswick, Canada.
Okay,
it's the middle of nowhere. So they settled here, and he actually had papers forged to say like she was French Canadian white woman, so they could actually legally get married.
Oh, that's crazy.
Which, I mean, I like to think that it was a nice thing he did. I'd like to think that, but you never know. This was the 1800s, God forbid. Oh, my goodness. So with that depressing thing out of the way, you're just making fun of my hypo, and there's more to me, Antoine.
That's cool. So we got some people in the house, a lot of familiar faces.
I don't know. I don't look at their faces. Moose.
Chris. Cure constrictors.
Some High Desert Pythons guy. I don't know who the fuck he is.
I don't know who that guy is. He's crazy.
Yeah. He's super normal.
So what's new, man? What's happening?
First season. How's your season going?
It's crazy. I just had my first 2021 baby crawl the egg today. So yep.
Is it coming in a video or can you leak it?
Oh, I posted it on Instagram. It's probably like it looks like it's a single gene fire, but it's gonna be like everything's gonna be Het Clown. So it's gonna be one of those like Who's Your Daddy clutches. So
I have one of those.
Yeah, I got a couple of those coming up that I just was like, okay, this guy isn't cooperating, just throw the same. I mean, if you're just looking for like, I was looking for like all like Het Clown holdback. So I threw all of my clown males in there with her at one time or another. So, we're gonna have to like take on Mari and see who it is that is done. But I think I think it's a fire, probably a fire Het Clown or something like that. It's got to shed out. So it looks like like a regular pastel in the egg, but then it came out and the pattern was all wonky. So but a lot of times that Het Clown influence does a lot of crazy stuff to even the simplest of morphs. So
yeah, I mean, are you a breeder if you don't have a Who's Your Daddy clutch?
I know, right? What's crazy now is that it's been so long since I've made these like these simple single gene things. I mean, like
Yeah.
humble flex and everything. But so I'm
Must
like,
be nice.
I don't even know how this shit looks by itself anymore.
Oh my
Like, you know, so I've probably had over 100 clutches. Like, well, I definitely more than 100 clutches. You know, I've never made a bumblebee yet. Like, never. Not even like het for anything. Like, just a single, just like two simple gene bumblebee. Never ever made one.
Oh my god. I don't have
Crazy.
spider in the collection yet, but I mean,
Yeah, I have one still. It's the albino spider Mojave. He's
ooh.
chilling this year. I put him to Tofino male. I mean, Tofino male, Tofino female last year, and then a couple like albino females, and he produced some cool clutches and things like that. But it was just kind of just some stuff, to save up for some other projects. So that was it. But,
man. We've got a Who's Your Daddy clutch coming out, and I'm not impressed with it. My daughter had paired her Pastel. Like, she's 7. My daughter's 7. She has autism and ADHD, and snakes are her thing. And she decided she wanted to breed. So I'm like, okay. So she picked her pairing. She borrowed one of my snakes to pair to hers. Hers is a Pastel. She picked the Mojave Asphalt. Good choice, kiddo. Yeah, the damn Pastel got out after she's been locked with my damn clown.
Wait, what? She got out and found another enclosure?
Uh-huh.
What a hoe bag.
I'm like, and it would have to be like the regular clown, like no other genes. It was just we bought it cheap to make some hets for ourselves type deal. And it has to be, I'm like,
nice.
I'm gonna sit there and it's gonna be like if it's a Norm or a Pastel, I'm like, who is your daddy? So
you say the Canadian asphalt too, huh?
Yes. Asphalt and asphalt are two different things.
I guess. Whatever.
Actually, if you Google it, it's because they're made out of two different materials.
So how's it spelled?
I don't know. I wasn't the speller of things back in the day. But yeah. Apparently I have an accent, a thick accent. Everybody likes to point it out.
Only when you say certain words, because I didn't even know you're Canadian until you started saying like out and things like that. And you know what it's about.
You get me drinking and I start talking really fast and it really starts coming out. Like I'm fighting my accent.
Why? Let your
it sounds like it sounds like an episode of like Letterkenny. And then you hear in the thing, everybody goes, say this word. I'm like, no. No, we live in a very, very French community. So
I don't drink a whole lot, but when I do, I get back to my old like Jersey form. I'm like, hey, look at this guy over here. Who the fuck is this?
I just had like a picture of you like on the Jersey boardwalk, like fist pumping. Do you know Mike the Situation? Like is
Mike the Situation. I met him before in Vegas when he was doing a walkthrough at one of the clubs out there, and that's a tiny, tiny man. I didn't know he's that little.
He doesn't look that tiny.
Well, I mean, he's big as far as like muscle mass now, but like a few years ago when I saw him, it was before the whole prison thing, and he's like 5'5" or something like that, right? I'm like,
really?
Yep.
I've met Pauly D, but
oh man,
that was during like the Jersey Shore when they were all jerks.
Yeah.
And he's super nice, and I'm like, you're not calling me like a bazooka or grenade or anything like that. And he's like, why would you? You came to my show.
Oh, that's funny.
I'm like, what you talking about? Oh my goodness. Oh, so I already have one. Anything else in the incubator yet?
I got the Pastel spot nose, and that's the second Who's Your Daddy clutch. She's bred it to a bunch of clowns. She bred to a banana clown, had a xanthic, a lemon blast clown, and that Pastel clown that I was just trying to sell, and then no one wanted to sell him. And then as soon as I decided to just try to put him in the racks with some females, and he tied to a whole row of females, then he finally sold. I'm like, ain't this some shit?
Oh my god.
So they're like I think 13 days out, and 8 big eggs too, man. Like some like really huge eggs. So and they're doing well. The first clutch started with 6 eggs, and I think now it's only 3 left, and who knows what's going to go on with those guys. But yeah, so just some spot nose holdbacks, and that was a joint project with Tyler Velez. He's out of Texas now, so we're gonna just split that clutch up, and he's gonna get what he wants out of it too. And as long as I keep like a spot nose combo or two, I'll be happy. So
Yeah.
you
Do you
know,
do a lot of like Who's Your Daddy clutches, or is this just this year special?
not really. Just like long as like when I'm just trying to make hets, with like simple stuff like that, with like with banana combos and stuff that doesn't have any recessives in it. I kind of just throw some things to it and kind of see what happens, because like a lot of times you would get a male for a specific breeding project, and it doesn't always work out like that. Like I got males here that I paid a shit ton of money for, that's only tied, like the Hurricane head clown male is only tied to one female so far, and the plan was to put him to like 6 or 7.
Oof.
The yellow belly DG, I have a whole row of DG combo hits that he's supposed to go to. He won't touch him. He just curls in the corner, and he's like, "Get him away!" And then I got the clown pied, which is supposed to go to the red stripe possible head pied, and then mahogany head clown possible head pied, and things like that too. So hopefully I can get some red stripe clown pieds and some mahogany clown pieds coming up in the near future. But so far, there's like nothing to it. So now I'm gonna have to go to my very last secret and stick that Barry White on and turn these lights down low.
What works really well? Electric fireplace.
Electric fireplace.
So when we just moved, like it was like October 1st when we got here, and it's a little tiny reptile room. Like my bun touches it, like it's 6 feet tall, like the ceiling. So it had no heat in it, and I bought like the Canadian version of Craigslist, this $40 electric fireplace, plugged it in, and I'm like, man, I got stuff breeding that wouldn't breed for other people. I'm like, must be the electric fireplace, like putting them in the mood. We got snakes escaping to go see other snakes. Like I got to do nothing.
So I got a TV back here. So what if I put on the Fireplace app on Netflix or
better yet, the Disney Plus, and get the Frozen fireplace going.
Oh, that's dope. Hell yeah.
I have young children. No, so yeah. Because I'm sitting here wondering, being like, man, I've only put, except for that one thing, only put one male disc up. Like, should I do backup male, or just keep puttering away with the one dude?
I mean, if he's tying, that's cool. But like I said, I have like backups and backups to the backups now in case, they get performance anxiety, or as I like to call it, a reptile dysfunction. Okay.
I want that on a shirt.
Okay.
I want that on a shirt with like a little blue pill. No, a little blue rat.
All right, that's the last one. Okay, it's not the last one, but
no. Can you do that and put like a little blue rat logo, reptile dysfunction?
Oh man, I can't help it. I'm sorry. It just comes out.
That's what she said.
Nice. Oh my goodness.
Oh goodness. No, because we're like first season. We've got 3 females who are like at that stage. We've already paired them. 2 of them are like all coiled up. They don't want nothing. Don't look at them. Don't touch them. Don't put the male in anymore. They're done with life. I'm like, okay, you better give me eggs. Like, we're good now. So we're hoping on that one. I got one that just started building. So I'm still deciding what to put to that girl.
What is it?
Pastel Mystic. Nothing super fancy. I like the Mystic gene. I find it's underrated. But I can either put the Mojave Asphalt to her, make some,
asphalt Mystic potions and stuff.
Yeah.
That'd be crazy. Yeah.
I've also thought about, I have a Pastavi double het hypo clown. Could make some super pastels that are possible hets, which would be nice. And then I also have a pastel lavender male.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
Yeah.
From Mr. Chris Ward. So.
Oh, nice. Shout out to Chris. Yeah. I'm trying to bring some lavender stuff back, man. You really don't see it a lot unless it's like lavender clown, things like that too. So any day now, I got this pastel het lav. This will be her second season going. It took me 6 years to get her up the size. Yeah.
Well,
So.
he sold me 2. It's a 1-to-1 pair of pastel lavenders, and then after I bought them and they arrived, he's like, "Oh, there's a chance, like a good chance they're het pied."
Oh, nice.
And I bought a pied het lav to make hats.
Oh,
So I'm
nice.
like, if I hit dreamsicles for a season, I'm going to poop my pants.
Well, you'd be better than me because I missed it 4 seasons in a row. So
I would die. Want to get John wants to get mahogany into dreams.
Oh, that'd be crazy.
Bring out the reds.
Now, pretty much if I do get dreamsicles, it'll be by accident because I got that asphalt het lavender male. I put into some pied combo females and a bunch of other things, and I'm not really worried about what those people like. With those snakes having the lavender gene. So I'm just trying to make some more asphalt het pieds and things like that too. So when I raise up the female I kept back from last year, I'm trying to hit super inchy, super asphalt pieds. So if I keep back some of the females from this clutch coming up, and I just happen to hit some, super inchy fire, super asphalt dreamsicles, I mean, I'm not gonna be mad at that at all.
Oh, I'm so jealous. I mean, I do have a shot right now. I've got an ivory to the Mojave asphalt for freeways this year.
Nice.
Like I knew what I wanted right off the bat. I'm like, freeways, let's go.
Yeah.
And then I'm growing out another female that's just asphalt from Billy. So next year I might have a chance at Mojave super asphalts just to start stuff.
Yep.
See,
I'm trying to get rid of all the yellow belly stuff in my collection and just have asphalt, but I still have like a yellow belly female who skipped last season, and then I have the best 50-50 female from like 2 years ago. She should go this fall. So I was thinking of deciding whether to prove her out with, and then just with the yellow belly by itself. Now that I have a red stripe yellow belly clown, and then I have that asphalt het lamb, so I can either try to shoot for just have like some ivory red stripe het clowns, or just some super asphalts with not super asphalt, some freeway that's possible het lavender. But the thing about keeping the freeways back though, the allelic and everything could be either asphalt or yellow belly. You almost made me say asphalt, and I would have smacked this fucking camera if I would have said that shit by accident.
And it would have been recorded for all prosperity, and I would have died.
Like, no. So
asphalt.
Yeah. So if I do that, but like I never keep any freeway stuff just because when you produce them, you can still get the yellow belly. So I normally I've sold every freeway I've had, unless like a freeway combo female, I keep her back. But I've always hit freeway males, and they always they sell pretty well. So I mean, I'm not really complaining about that, but I want to have like a whole row of like super asphalt combo females.
That's my plan.
That's het pied or possible het lav and double het clown pied and things like that. So that's the goal, man. Like eventually, like I want to hit I want to be the first to hit the super asphalt clown pied. So
if Billy doesn't beat you,
I know, right? He's like, so between the super asphalt clown pies, the mahogany clown pies, the red stripe clown pies, and the mahogany red stripe clown pies, I got a chance of hitting all of those, like, getting the leg up on most people with that. So, and you'll see a lot of podcasts lately too, where people will be on there and they'll be like, oh man, you guys always trying to chase world's first, and shut the fuck up. Like, having the world's first is dope as hell.
I know.
You know what I mean? So the people, it seems like everybody who talk shit about people who say that they made a world first just seem like they're making the same stuff that everybody else is making. Like stop chasing other people's projects. It's cool if you have that stuff coming up and you can possibly, and you see how it looks, and it's a really good project. It's confirmed that it's a really nice thing that you like, and you can make some money off of it because you saw somebody market the hell out of it too. But at the same time, man, like make your own thing. Like when Justin's video came out last week, when he showed the Pompeii combos, like my heart fucking sank to my feet because I was like, well, I'm going to improve on the Pompeii because I'm going to replace black pastel with mahogany, and then eventually I'll replace it with stranger too.
Yeah.
And then he's like, oh, I already did that. Here you go. So, but
this is why I don't watch Justin Kielvolka videos. Like I will check his Instagram and that's about it. Oh my God, thank God he doesn't watch this. Well,
But
no, he has before. But I don't watch it because I get so defeated as a newbie because my projects are like 10 years away.
yeah, I mean, like they're cool because like at least I know I'm headed in the right direction,
Yeah.
But there's some stuff with those projects you can still improve on. Like my goal for that project is to take the yellow belly out of it. So that way when I start having all these combos that I'm not sure about, so
Mm-hmm.
so instead of having, like the regular Pompeii, I have a red stripe spot nose, asphalt, mahogany clown, and
Yeah.
things like that. So that way if you start making some low expression yellow belly stuff and you start mixing those together, you start accidentally getting ivories, and now you got a bunch of washed out snakes that's visual clowns. So now you got a
Yep.
red stripe ivory mahogany clown, but then in a lot of those combinations, the ivory is so strong. You might see like a little stripe down it or a little cute thing, and you got to go, oh, the seller got to like look under the black light, look at the dot right there on his back, or some shit like
No,
that.
I got no time for that.
Right. So, would you rather do that? Or would you put those together and then all of a sudden you got maybe a super red stripe, super asphalt, mahogany spot nose clowns or something like that,
It's funny because I had this discussion a couple weeks ago with somebody that instead of using yellow belly, I'm going to use asphalt because I have one male and female in my small collection. That's enough to get me started. I do have like an ivory and a yellow belly het clown to make freeway stuff.
Yep.
But anything that you want to have yellow belly in, I'm putting asphalt in because I am not dealing with a dumb white snake that we don't know what's in it. And I'm just like,
yeah, and don't get me wrong, like yellow belly is still still a strong gene when you make it put the right stuff to it. But if you're trying to make that step up, you want to go with, and a lot of people go, okay, well, what about Spectre? Okay, yes, I know. But like asphalt is stuff I want to work with. So before the comments come up and somebody try to all yellow belly complex morphs matter this conversation, yeah, I know there's other stuff too, but
who wants to deal with a Kinder Egg snake? Right. That's what I call them, the white snake. And I say that, and guess who has a Kinder Egg snake coming? I've got a wicked super fire coming that's possible a female. So I mean, you can't go wrong with a super that's female, but it's Pos OD, Pos Banana, Pos Asphalt.
Oh, nice.
And I'm like, you can't go wrong with a super female anyways when you have a really small collection like mine. So may as well get her. I need to prove it. I got an OD Cine Enchi who's either fire or vanilla. The thing looks low, like low white pied. That's how big his ringer is. He's got a big ringer about that big. That's all the way around. So I need to prove him out badly.
Are you in a snake room now, or are you in a separate room?
No, a separate room. It's way deep down in the basement, and we run ambient temp. So I can't get internet down there.
Really?
It's like the way it's laid out is it's in the basement, but it's in the middle of all the rooms. Like it's like a little cubby hole. And it's also 85 to 86 degrees in there because we run ambient temp and no heat mats.
Yeah, so that's
I'm not sweating my balls off.
I keep it like 83, 84 in here. So and this is my main room, and I'm actually this week finally the big quarantine room. It's been like over 2 months, so I'm ready to consolidate everything to one big room now. So nice. I'm taking everything out of here this weekend and all the LED lights and I'm always making work for myself, man. I was like, man, now I get to finally rest this weekend, and nope, got a lot of stuff to do, man. This thing never ends. How many snakes do you have?
We have 20 something.
Okay, cool.
Like early, like we only started in April though of 2020. So we don't have it's not big, but there's some solid stuff to start.
Yeah. So is your plan eventually to like expand like this year and like kind of like exponentially, or just kind of like hold a couple back year by year and see what
every happens? Female we hit, we're holding it back.
Nice.
Every female this year is all about making hats, making more asphalts, making just the females to hold back. I can go buy the damn males.
I love that the people coming up now, we have so many different avenues of information and podcasts and YouTubers and just experts to talk to and and connect with. So that way all those crazy mistakes like that all of us made early on, like myself, like in the early 2000s, when people literally just gave you bad info,
that even happened like to me. Like we moved not that long ago. And as I'm doing this podcast and learning from people, I'm like, we need to revamp and redo everything. So we're actually in the process of like renovating the whole reptile room, redoing racks, everything.
Oh, nice.
So I mean, like, and I'm that anal person. I'm like, I ain't showing nothing. Like, I'm not showing the room itself till it's done to how I want it. And I'm also maybe working on a YouTube video for it, so I don't want to hear. Nice. So occasionally I can get John to run for snakes during this, but he's sleeping. He'll be the first one to go show his mahogany off. Like,
what is it? A mahogany and what else?
He's got he has a banana mahogany spot nose HRA 50% head hypo, which is a world's first. And then he has a mahogany lesser HRA head hypo.
So whenever I read HRA in my head, I don't say head ready as I think or HRA. I just say hurrah. Because I'm a fucking weirdo.
That's like the Pitayas, like because Jeremy's right here. The Pitayas, I read it as Pitayas.
Yep. Yeah. I have a champagne cinnamon. I have a champagne cinnamon head radiosanthic in the racks, and I'm like, I don't know what I'm doing with that damn thing.
Oh my god, no, that
is like real washed out, big ass ringer on it, like most champagne stuff. And I'm just like, I don't know. She looks at me every day like, what we doing, boss? I'm like, here, take some food.
No, literally this year was like we bought some proven breeders to kind of like practice on because they know what they're doing. Like the females, they've got it down. But you can just watch them, observe while we're growing our stuff out. So this year's like make some hets. Like I'm making some special het clowns.
Oh, so nice.
I got a Mystic Crystal, so I put the clown right to that. You can't go wrong with some special het clown females.
Heck yeah.
So it's just about making hets this year and some. God, if I hit freeways, I'll be so happy. I've never seen one in person.
A freeway in person? Really?
Never. Oh, where we live, we're so far away from everybody that like unless you buy it yourself, you don't see it.
That's crazy.
You don't see it. And it's my favorite. Like I love freeways.
Well, you know what? I'm sounding surprised, but I think the only time I've seen a freeway in person was when I made one myself.
So. And right now, because of like what's going on in the world, like I can't even drive the 10 hours to Billy to go harass him to show me a damn freeway. Like, I mean, I if I could, but it would not be a great idea. But I mean, yeah.
Are you going to ship internationally when you start selling, or is that the plan?
I think this year we're just going to ship like within Canada and kind of like get that under our feet. God willing, if we get it. This year's just about learning. It's just about learning. Like if we get eggs, cool. If we don't, we got a good practice.
In my brain, like I feel like I'm interviewing you half the time. So I'm like, okay, what incubator are you using? What's up, Shay? Like,
I'm using the Garrett Hartle method of incubation.
What was that?
Ice cooler with water and a fish tank heater.
Oh yeah, shit, it works, man. I've done it before too, and I've had better results using that than fucking the ones you paid $2,000 for. Yep.
And we can't afford that. Like we're those people that put the money into the actual animals.
Yeah, and then
I'm like, you can live in a DIY rack right now.
Well, and then the goal should be too is to like, have the discipline to save your stuff up, hold your stuff back, and to put back into the business, because the first couple of years you're not going to be making any money unless like you started out with some real big investments and you were able to kind of use like a male to kind of, push a lot of projects, like say if you brought like a monsoon visual male this season and bring him to everything under the sun, and now you got all these combo head. Okay, yeah, you will make some money, but realistically. Realistically, that's really not going to be the case. So little by little, just put back into it and, do some trades and stuff like that and swap things out for racks and stuff too. Like the goal this season was to have so much Hurricane Clown stuff that I was going to like spend a lot of like those males and like, okay, I'll put this towards like a new freedom breeder or something like that. And, You know what I mean? Like with an extra row and stuff like that too. So, but
Yeah.
yeah, you just gotta just take your time with it, and you'll be fine. Especially like it's so much easier now too when you really start pumping stuff out there because now everyone knows you. So now they know who you are. There's a face behind your
pressure.
product. So now, but it's a little bit more trust behind it now. And that's what I'm trying to, and that's what I try to get through to a lot of people now that decided they don't want to be on Instagram and they don't want to do YouTube, which is fine unless you're producing stuff right now off the rip that's speaking for itself. You can get people to know you that way, but until then, but if you're already putting stuff out now, it's even better to start gaining trust of your customer and your fan base now, little by little. So you're always chronicling, like when you got locks with things like that, especially when you're making hets, show pictures of like, the animals tied together every time you do it and kind of chronicle things the right way. So now when it's time to sell that thing, you can just go, okay, you can look on here, you can tag them on this post and they go, okay, here's the proof right here. Instead of people going, well, I don't know you, so I saw you had this for sale. So can you FaceTime me live when you open up the rack so I can see you pulling out the animal out of the rack in real time? And you want to deal with that shit?
Yeah.
It's weird, right?
I'm so bad at remembering though to take like pictures of the snakes and stuff. Like I'm so bad at that. I mean, I can barely remember to take pictures of like my almost 1-year-old's milestones. Like she just started walking. I don't think I got a video of it yet. Like
that's crazy.
I'm a bad mom. I just don't have like we breed our own rats. I've got a stay-at-home mom. I got 3 kids, 2 of them with special needs. Like I take care of John. And then
so you have 4 kids then.
Yeah. I keep saying I have my 7-year-old, my 2-year-old, my almost 1-year-old, and my 32-year-old.
Nice.
Let's not lie, ladies. We all know what that's like. But I mean, we breed our own rats too, and I'm super anal about that.
Do you guys have ASFs too, or only Norway rats over there?
Just the regular old rats. But I mean, okay, so there's an exotic store nearby, and I could technically buy ASFs there for $21.99 each. They have them labeled. They have them labeled as winter white African mice.
It's kind of what they are. Big ass mice.
I'm like, oh my God. And I'm also like, I don't want to pay $21.99 each.
I mean, if you can pick out like males and females in a little group, I mean, it'd be worth it if you just, it's always good to have a backup plan for the problem eaters, So
yeah, we're thinking about it once we get going a little more. We're just like trying to get the rat breeding back up. We had I don't know if it was the time of the year or what, they just kind of like petered off.
Yeah.
And then we had to peter them off because they petered off.
Oh, well, it sounds like nobody was petering off because you wasn't producing shit. So
well, our last litter was November 13th, and then like nothing.
Holy shit, for real? Damn.
Yeah, and then I'm like, all right, I'm gonna start feeding you guys off if you don't make me babies.
So you rotating like males out too to kind of like vary the gene pool with them too, and
yeah. I also like it's my instant gratification. I breed for like rat genetics, like rat morphs. They have like blues and all this different stuff and all this different coat colors and coat types, and I breed for it. Well, it's instant gratification.
Well, that's why the motherfuckers ain't breeding, because you stick the fucking rats in. Jesus Christ. Oh, I got these feeder rats, but he gotta have Dumbo ears. So you making pretty rats to feed off? Sick.
Well, no, I keep the nice ones for future breeders.
I got the little wavy rats. See, that's why. So the plot thickens, huh?
Actually, the cute, nice ones that like I don't need to feed off. Usually, when we're going full force, I can sell off as pets with good temperaments to pay for the rat food.
I guess I don't know those things, man. Like some of the students at the gym, they'll come by, Coach, can you sell me a rat? I'm like, I'm not going to hand you a rat. That's your that. Yeah.
But we're also super picky with what we keep back for breeders, like temperament wise, because we
Yeah.
have kids.
Yeah.
And guess what? I have a 7-year-old who likes to go in and grab at the rats and help out with us. And let's just say, if they bite her, they're going, well, the snake bites them.
Oh, for real.
So, yeah. And we don't deal with like nothing. If there's any cannibalization, they're gone. Any culling of their own litters are gone. Like, I'm nice until they're dicks, and then they go in my snake's mouth.
Let me check on this.
But it's exciting because Sunday we've got to drive 3 hours away from us to the closest spot to pick up new stock, some new breeders. So,
oh, nice. Yeah,
I think I got like 100 rats coming.
Yeah, when I go get ASFs, I have to drive to Vegas. It's like a 3-hour drive, and because you're not supposed to have them in California, but I don't give a shit. So let them be mad. You know, I did like one feeding video out of like 60 something videos, and people's like, "Oh, you know you're showing ASFs." I'm like, dude, it was dead before it went in there. It was frozen. Shut up. They're like, oh,
yeah, it was frozen thawed. What are we talking about?
Yeah, people need to stop, man. Like,
technically, ASFs are illegal here. That's why the store nearby labels them as winter white African mice.
Can you imagine me going like to the California-Nevada border and getting hemmed up by the police over some damn ASFs and shit, and then I'm like sitting in the jail cell, and they be like, "Yo, man, what you in here for? Like racketeering and shit?" I'm like, "Nah, man, I was moving. I got put in for poaching." They was like, "What, like gorilla skins?" "Nah, man, these mice." I got these.
And then like, your prison cred, it goes from like here down to like you're everybody's bitch.
He was poaching. Well, that won't happen, but I know what you're saying.
Don't bend for the soap.
No, hell no.
What sucks though is like we're 5 minutes away from the Maine border, and it's like most of my friends are in the States, and I want to buy snakes from them this year, and it's like I can't even like.
That's so crazy.
Because there's a post office over there that like you can have stuff shipped, and they'll hold your package for $20. So I just jump over and go grab it, but I can't. I have to pay a stupid importer.
Man, see my ass would have been a breeder in Canada and tried to figure out some loophole, and they would have been like grand opening, grand closing, because Antoine fucked up and like put some snakes in the insulated US box.
Was it Shane and I were joking about that one day? He's just like, just put it in your purse. Just put it in your purse. Yep. I'm like, do you one better. I got a diaper bag, and if I put it in a bag that says use diapers, no one ain't looking in that. Like,
yep, put a little heat pack in there, man.
Take a snake bag and label it as used diapers. No one's looking in that.
Somebody's gonna take a clip about this and like, Antoine and Kathleen were explaining how to break the law.
They have a lot of clips because I've told that story like 5 times by now.
Oh my
like, what'd you go to jail for? Sneaking a snake across in a diaper bag.
Yeah,
that's more badass than the ASF though. So I'll have more cred in jail than you.
Yeah, because they're gonna be like, man, this big guy had some mice, and yeah. But how would they? What's crazy to me though, like a lot of the people, like a lot of law enforcement, like even in certain countries and municipalities, like throughout countries, they don't know all the laws anyway. I guarantee you that the border patrol person doesn't know that African soft furs are illegal, or like California.
You could tell them that they're like mice.
Yeah, no, like these fancy rats, they circus mice, rats or whatever, and then like ferrets.
I'll just tell the guy at the thing that it's a corn snake. He won't know.
Yeah, no, they don't know. I mean, just like with a lot of stuff, like they don't know the gun laws because those things are always changing and stuff too. So yeah, so they don't really care. Half of the time, like when you drive through it, they're like on their phone and stuff too, and you drive by to be nosy to see what he's on. I'm like, Pornhub, bro, like do your job. What the fuck, man?
Oh my god, you joke about that, but I got in a cab once, like a taxi cab once, and literally Buddy had like a TV in his cab and he was playing porn.
Oh, I thought you was about to say something else because there's a show called Fake Taxi, right? And this I was like, yo, where you going with this taxi story?
Yeah, you can check out my episode on Pornhub.
Oh, nice.
My name's like Melissa Grantis.
Nice.
Akakia. I don't know. Well, there goes this episode being safe for children to watch.
Yeah, it's not. You're going to get flagged.
If I didn't get flagged yesterday, I'll get flagged. I won't get flagged. We did a few Canadian reptile podcasters and I got together yesterday and we did a quick live explaining what's going on in Canada right now. So one of our provinces, the World Animal Protection Group or whatever, they're trying to get reptiles banned in one of our provinces.
Ew. The World Animal Protection Group?
Yeah, we started calling them WAP.
Yeah, they got a trash name. WAP.
We just dropped the G and just called them WAP.
So which province? What province are they trying to stop?
Prince Edward Island.
Why Prince Edward Island though?
Because what they're doing, like what we're figuring they're doing, is they're testing the waters with the smallest province in New Brunswick to see how many people are going to fight it, and then start going after bigger ones.
Oh man, yeah, like here they're trying to do they're trying to ban animals being imported, like shipped in and out of New York State.
And then the Tegu thing in South Carolina.
In South Carolina, yes.
And also it affects a friend of mine not being able to use reptiles in educational shows in Oregon.
The place that just decriminalized all drugs. So
hey, I was reading on
I can fucking smoke some crack in Oregon, but I can't do a reptile show to educate people about some damn corn snakes or whatever.
And this woman, like, she's all accredited and everything. She's a rescue as well. And then what she does educational shows to fund the rescue.
Yeah.
I actually did a fundraiser for her in January. Super nice lady. And I'm like, if that gets passed, like, how is she going to be running as a rescue now? Like,
do you guys have a Canadian version of like US ARC or that you guys use, or
we don't?
Or does US ARC like extend to you guys about anything, or it's just it's only like in the continent of the United States?
No, it's just the United States. There was two businesses that tried to do like a US ARC up here. One was a scam and just took everybody's money and run, and then I guess the other one just stopped because nobody was taking it seriously. So
that'd be a nice well, I mean, it is a heavy undertaking, but something between like all the people in Canada, like you and Billy and Corey, a lot of guys like that, and a lot of them anyway. So I mean, if you guys come up with like a nonprofit that way, where you can just kind of have donations and use that to like retain lawyers and stuff like that too, and help educate the people, So that'd be something to look into down the line, because I mean, if they start with shit like that, it's gonna affect you guys anyway. So I mean, if you do nothing, then that's your livelihood anyway. Going by the wayside. So
speaking of Canadian, what's up, June?
Ballistic Pythons, what up?
Love June. I harass him a lot. He's gonna teach me the whole Krypton cryptic thing.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, I'm actually thinking of it, starting to invest in like a female Krypton to play around with, like my clown and my het clown males.
That'd be crazy.
Yeah.
I love the eye stripes on those things, man. It looks insane.
Again, I've not seen one in person.
I think the first time I saw a Krypton, it was like an ultra male Krypton. I was like, God damn, bro.
I want ultra male so bad. I need it. I want to make a hypo. Nope, not hypo. I want to make a DG ultra male super asphalt.
Some people say I'm an ultra male. Damn, my bad. I did it again.
And here comes the dad jokes. I warned everybody that Antoine Het Clown was out. Oh my God. I remember that joke. I was sitting there and I was just like, I like this guy. This guy is funny. And I went to send you a message and you had your messages shut off.
Did you see the one from last night? The regular door and the Ecuador?
I did. I did. I'm
Oh
just
shit. Oh man.
why they're all so bad, punny.
They are.
Ooh, June likes what you're doing. What are you doing? The bad dad jokes, or
Yeah. Right. I don't know, maybe a little everything. Appreciate it, big dog.
have you seen the stuff June's doing? Whoo!
Playing with fire, saying that word too much. You could summon the master. Cure constrictors.
What word?
I don't know what are they talking about.
What word? Is this like a Beetlejuice thing? If I say
Uh,
Beetlejuice too much, like
yeah.
I mean, are
Probably
you talking about Billy appearing if I say his name too
I
much?
don't
Because
know.
he will eventually.
Oh yeah, Billy will pop in. Yeah. Dude,
He tries.
I was thinking about posting a video where I was like impersonate like all of my favorite YouTubers and stuff, but I was
Okay.
like, man, dude, someone's gonna get offended. 'Cause I was gonna put like a phony baloney like wig on and shit and be like Brian Barczyk and shit. And then,
Oh,
like
Ultramel. If I get you now, Zach. Isn't Zach live tonight? He's usually live on Wednesdays. Unless he's
probably
snapping.
yeah, I talked to him on the phone yesterday. We caught up for like a half hour and stuff, man.
I
So
love him.
he's doing well. Yeah, that's my guy. Like one day we was on some live together, and then we like just became best friends. I was like, okay, cool.
Oh, I love him so much. So actually, it was in the beginning when I was starting this thing, and he's like, "Who do you think you're gonna invite on?" I'm like, "I need to have Antoine on." And so I'm trying to send you a message, and you had it blocked. Like if you're not following someone, it wouldn't send it. I'm like,
Uh-huh.
"God damn it!" And he's like, "Do you want me to call him? Because I can call him." And I'm like, "No, let me earn it."
Let me earn it.
So then one day he had opened it up. I'm like, I can send him a message now.
Yeah. Because I was pissed off about that because I always pride myself on being like really like reachable, and approachable. So
And
when
you
you told me,
work
I
for
was
me.
like, fuck. So like a lot of people do. I get some people go to my morph market and get my phone number off of there, and then they'll just randomly call me. Hey, this is blah 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 from somewhere. And
That's
I'm
what
like,
I should have done.
I'm like, okay, what's up? They're like, oh no, I just wanted to see what you thought about this gene and this, that, and that. I'm like, where did you get my number from? They're like, oh yeah, I found it on Morph Market. I'm like, you stalker. But
Okay, going to his morph market right now. No, I'm not that bad. I can't call the states anyways. No, love Zach. My daughter she's 7. Well, she just turned 7. She goes, I want reticulated pythons. And I'm like, you can't have them. You're a kid. And they're also illegal. And she goes, well, Zach has them and he's like 12.
oh shit.
I'm like, what? I'm like, no, he's a grown man. No, he's 12. Look at him.
That
She
is
also calls
hilarious.
him Zacky Poo.
Oh, I'm 100% calling him Zacky Poo from now on, and I'm not telling him where I heard it from.
No,
So
he'll know. He'll know.
know.
He'll know because I do it all the time now. And I'm just like, hey, Zacky Poo, how's it going? And he's like,
Shout out to Zacky Poo, my
who's that?
guy.
Oh, he's such a good dude.
I'm changing that to his contact in my phone.
You got to do a heart at the end, though,
Yeah.
just to be extra.
Zacky Poo.
Hashtag everybody, if you talk to Zach next, just be like, hey, Zacky Poo, what's going on?
Who are your like go to, like if you had to pick like 3 biggest influences or mentors right now that you follow and get advice from?
Oh God, Chris Ward's like number 1. That
Yeah.
dude took me under his wing. Like, I mean, and then there's Will
Morrows
from Royal. Yeah, Will
Mhm.
Morose. Love him. He helps me pick things, but he needs to stop buying female desert ghosts so I can. And then, oh God. I mean, there's June and Billy, and luckily I've kind of surrounded myself with some awesome people.
Yeah, I'm like, yeah, between those guys, they're like, you shouldn't have any problems. So if you end up doing some stupid shit, I'm just gonna blame just you and not them. Because I'm like, well, I'm like, Billy, that's your homegirl. So what the fuck is she doing over there? You're like, oh, I don't know. I'm like, what?
I pay for his services though. But I know if I have an issue, I can be like, Billy.
That's awesome.
because I actually bought my personal first snake I bought from Billy.
Oh, what was it?
Female asphalt. So at this point, John had already bought 3 snakes.
Mm.
And I'm like, if we're going to keep buying snakes, I'm going to charge them rent. So may as well breed.
Mm.
We're already breeding like bearded dragons and stuff at this point. So I'm like, all right. And I'm like, all right, I'm going to go get a female asphalt. And Billy sold it to us. And she was just a see you next Tuesday. She was one of those ones that like no matter like everything could be textbook perfect and she didn't eat.
Oh.
Like you're sitting there and like I'm questioning myself as a human being and as a snake owner because it's my first snake and I'm literally like Billy's going through the list. Okay, what's her enclosure like? What's her temps? What's her hot spot? What's her cold spot? Is it on a thermostat? What's her humidity? And everything. Like it couldn't be more textbook if I tried. And he's like, I don't know why she's not eating.
So this is the one I decided to hold back.
Ooh.
And I was like, you know what? It's a 50-50 shot. I'm like, dude, this is the best looking yellow belly / asphalt I've ever seen, single gene, and it held its colors, color so long. So
I wish John was awake because I would show you better.
I hope she proves out, man. So I mean, if she doesn't, she's been a dope snake. She eats like crazy, and I can do some other stuff with her. And I mean, I'll have a clutch off for her, but then she'll.
Oh my God. Oh, would you guys shut up in the chat? There is another mentor I have, and it's American, and that would be Brian Cusco.
It says she's super Canadian. The super Canadian.
There's also Brian Cusco. That dude is like a brother to me, which means he annoys the crap out of me. But I love him to death, and only I am allowed to be mean to him. Everybody else can go die in a fire.
Nice.
But yeah, like I don't know. I have so many people. Who's your biggest influences? You say Justin Kiabalka and like Miguel. And...
I don't like either one of them. So boom. So there's that. I can't stand either one of those pompous assholes. Somebody's gonna screenshot that.
Just had, like visiting Miguel not that long ago.
No, Miguel is my boy, man. He's a good friend
so
of mine.
Nice.
Yeah, like he's a close personal friend of mine. And he actually helped me out early on as far as like pushing my social media. I've had ball pythons since 2005.
Yeah.
So I've been breeding since like 2008, 2009 ish. So I got a little bit of experience under my belt. So but I go to Miguel because him coming from like being an entrepreneur already and coming from other businesses and things like that, just like his mind, his business sense and his mind, the way he does things, like that's what you want to follow. I don't understand why so many people cry and complain about him and he buying his way in this and he's doing that. I mean, you're supposed to use your abilities and your assets to help you gain advantage over things. Mm-hmm. That's how it works. Like
if I could do it that way, I would do it that way.
Like you want him to buy a rack of fucking 50% hets and try his luck that way, And even him early on too, he got screwed over by a bunch of people who like sold him like stuff that wasn't what it said it was and stuff that was way overpriced because all it sold was dollar signs too. So but Miguel, he's super cool because like I know like I can go to him about like the business aspect of things, especially being an entrepreneur myself and coming from different industries, bringing here what works and knowing what doesn't work. So he just got a great mind for that, man. Justin, I don't know Justin. Actually, honestly, we've never met personally. We've interacted like very few times, like through text message over like just talking about like a potential buy. Like I've never even purchased a snake from him.
Yeah.
So but
I can't afford to yet.
So but as far as just like coming up and learning, I have like a bunch of people who like you'll probably never know because that's how they are. Like my good friend Chris Parson, he's one of my first mentors. Like when I first started breeding, he broke it down to me step by step and told me what to do and what not to do. And sometimes I didn't listen and got popped in the back of the head and but that's what a mentor is supposed to do.
Yeah.
So guys like that. But like now, me and Billy are real cool.
I love
like
Billy.
We talk all the time. Earl from Lone Star.
He just followed me the other day, and I was super excited. I was super excited. I like when someone like big, like, and I don't want to. I'm not. You know what I mean? Like more prominent, well known in the industry. Like the day Miguel followed me, like I shit my pants. And I was just like, "Thanks for the follow." And then we had like a 20-minute conversation.
Yep.
Brian Barchek followed me. I died.
Yeah. And then, and Brian too, Brian is the reason why I even started breeding, because I tried to buy a snake from him, and it was way out of my it was way beyond what my pockets could do at the time. So I was like, well, I'll just make it. So he had a pinstripe pied male for sale, and I called him and answered the phone with it, and he said it was $12,500 back then for a pinstripe pied. You can probably get one now for what, $400?
That's like 800 Canadian.
Yeah, so 12,500, and then somebody's at my door. I'll be right back. All right, keep talking or whatever. Let me see what's going on out there. I know my dog's
the candy man.
It better not be. He's gonna get shot. Hold on, give me a second.
Oh, Antoine's about to go kill somebody. Good Lord. Drop in the chat though. Who's your guys' mentors? Let's see some names of flying. I mean, you guys can say me. That's fine. Just kidding. I'm no one's mentor. Oh, I heard a thump. Oh, guys. Okay. Link to my PayPal to get Antoine bail money. I heard a thump. Antoine killed someone. It was the candy man. So how's everybody's season going? Anybody got good stuff going? Oh, he must have hid the body. Oh,
sounds like they grabbed a coyote or something. I don't know.
Okay, you went out and all you could hear was a loud thump, and I'm like, all right, guys, gonna link my PayPal. We're gonna pay for Antoine's bail money.
Yeah.
Ooh, Brian Gundy, that's a good one.
Yeah, Brian is dope too.
Oh, he's so nice.
Yeah, he's super cool, man. And like for someone to be on YouTube that literally gives out their phone number at the end of their videos. Hey,
I'm even not that dumb.
Huh?
No, he's so nice. I've had a few. The only thing about Brian Gundy, and he felt so bad. I was messaging him the other day about something, and he goes, "Okay, thanks, John." And I'm like, "No, it's Kathleen." Oh, okay, sweetie. And I'm like, if you weren't Brian Gundy, I would rip you a new one. Like, that's the one thing that kind of sucks about this industry a little bit is like our profile says Kathleen and John, but John does not touch anything. He's behind the scenes, like doing everything, but everybody assumes I'm the man.
Does he but he doesn't want to be on, he's not ever on camera or anything like that? Or
no, he's just not his thing. He doesn't like to do it. Like if we were to go to an expo, right? Like he's fine doing that. He just doesn't like to be on camera and stuff.
Yeah, it's weird. It took me a long time to do it too, because like so for years I've known people from like just Facebook groups and Instagram, and then like when my first video came out, it was like, wait a minute, you're fucking black. Like,
nope, I just forgot to put sunscreen on.
Surprise! So that always, like that first couple months, I'm serious. Like all my messages was like, "Hey man, I didn't even know you were black." I'm like, "Yeah, man, that's crazy." Like,
Antoine.
Yeah,
that wasn't there.
I thought it was some French dude who was like snakes and shit.
Oh my god! Like your last name's Hood. No, I'm just kidding.
Know. I know, right? Silly
oh
people.
God. Oh God, people of color are gonna come for me.
Oh my God.
No,
yeah. It won't be the people of color. It'd be white guilt
Karens.
liberal women. I am offended on behalf of Antoine, so you need to be canceled.
Whatever. If I don't get canceled again from yesterday's thing, I won't get canceled.
That's funny.
No, yeah. Mentor is what we were talking about.
Yeah, so yeah, there's a lot of them here, and then like I said, a lot of people like G from Secret Ball Pythons, man. He's always like he's really great at identifying morphs. So you having some like real weird babies with like these different combinations that like early on, he has a really good eye for stuff like that too. So and he's coming up right now. He's got some crazy snakes coming. We got some joint projects together. So we did some live videos before. So he's gonna do great things the next couple of years, man. So
I'm so bad at IDing. So it's only when things are in like single form that I'm bad at IDing.
You'll get there, man. Like I said before, like this, like I just posted, people was like, what is it? Somebody was like, oh, it's an inchu. Somebody's like, no, that's a fire. Somebody was like, no, that's a pastel. I'm like, let it shed. It still got like shit all over it. Like let it shed out and see, So
I keep telling Chris Ward, like, it's gonna be 2:00 in the morning and I'm cutting a clutch and I'm gonna be video chatting him being like, what's in here?
I didn't know I had a visual exanthic banana head clown till like 5 months later because I thought it was just dirty all the time from the substrate. Because it was just like splashing the water bowl with the cocoa and it was just always dirty. And then then he finally shed and I was like, what the hell is this? I'm like, it's exanthic.
You know what to solve that if you didn't have banana in it? Just get banana out of your collection. Like, we don't need that.
Oh, you don't like banana stuff?
No. Okay, so I'm very broken in the head. And I have diagnosed obsessive compulsive disorder. So the freckles actually like hurt me. Same thing with pieds. Certain pied combos, like a regular pied or something that's not like matchy, like how a dream skull kind of matches with the white, or like an MJ Xanthic, like it's grayscale. Like they don't hurt me, but like a regular pied does. I'm very broken. Billy says he understands my thought process on that, but it's still like it hurts. I have a pied. I have a beautiful pied het lab, and he hurts my head. And I'm like, John, you handle the bin because I can't with that animal. Like it actually makes my like heart race and stuff.
That's funny.
So I'm like, better hit dream skulls, better dream skulls.
Yeah, but if you hit dream sickles, you're gonna have some weird splotchy pied patterns too, though,
But the color is kind of pleasing. Like dream skulls are like white and orange, right? Ish. It doesn't hurt my head as something that's like regular pattern, just like, and then white.
So it's just the color then. Okay.
Yeah, I'm broken. I'm very broken and messed up in the head. I'm aware of this. I'm also a woman. Like, don't at me, people. The banana people come for me. And yes, I'm aware you can put a Bell complex in with a banana. It'll take away the freckles, but it doesn't matter.
I like the banana stuff. So like when you get to the point where you're making stuff to help fund other projects and stuff like that too, like that's banana's always going to sell. Bell complex stuff is always going to sell. Like blue.
Why do you think I let John have banana stuff?
Yep. Blue-eyed Lucy's, and so
we're actually lending. We had bought a banana fire proven breeder female. We're actually lending it to my friend Mordex Pythons in Ontario. And she's putting it to, oh my God, I can't even like right now. She's putting it to a super OD, super Enchi, leopard, het pied, banana female maker from Aussie.
Oh, nice.
And I'm like, I've always wanted an Aussie OD in my collection. So now I get to have it.
I have an OD possibly yellow belly from Aussie. It's like 4 years old. Just coming along fine, not getting big at all, just eating here and there.
I hate those ones.
She'll do good 3 months in a row and take 4 months off. And I'm like, is she sick? She's like, no, just don't feel like eating. And then she gets back on and she went off like 4 months this time, I think. And then like she just ate like 2 small ASFs and then like 4 days later ate another like small rat. I'm like, what the hell was this when I needed it,
Yeah. It's funny how, like, and I'm learning quick that just because you buy the snake doesn't mean it's going to be like, I'm eating every meal, I'm going to thrive, I'm going to do great. No.
Yeah, well, a lot of people, you got to realize too, like where the snake's coming from. You know, me being at like some places here, I'm at like 3,000 feet, but my house is like 2,300 feet. And then a lot of times when I get stuff from Florida or Louisiana where they're below sea level, they behave different. Sometimes it takes them a lot longer to get accustomed to things because, like, even me, when I flew out here from the Carolinas, I got altitude sickness like that first couple of days. I was just like, man, why do I feel so weird, you know? And people are like, oh, it's probably just the altitude. I'm like, it's only like 2,000 feet. They're like, no, it affects a lot of people.
Yeah.
So, you know, and then with ball pythons, you know, anytime any tiny thing is off, the first response is to do what? Stop eating. So
yeah.
they're like,
oh,
hey.
yeah.
So then you got to go, okay, you know, with the same questions everyone asks. Okay, what's your heat? What's your humidity? Where's your hot spot at? What's your ambient? What are they eating on? What is your snake's food eating? You know,
we had one of those, and like I said, Billy was like, "What to do?" Like, goes through the list, and he's like, "I can't figure it out." Like, did you try this? Did you try that? I'm like, dude, I have tried everything. Like, I don't even know. And it's so weird how we got her to eat. At this point, we were starting to breed rats because we kept buying her live rats and she didn't eat them. So we just raised them up ourselves and started breeding. And we actually ended up having to do not even an assist feed. We had to do a force feed.
Oh, nice.
Like,
well, not nice, but yeah, it worked. So
it sucked. And we did that. I think we did that twice. And then we did a couple assist feeds. And then she started eating live fuzzies on her own. And now she'll eat anything, but only if it's something we produce.
Really? So I don't know what it is. So like Jack, my dog who passed away a few weeks back, he would only eat because I only feed my dogs raw, so he will only eat commercially store-bought chicken. And if you like have chickens like locally and you like process them yourself, he won't touch those. He's like, I want some hormones, baby. I don't know what his damn problem is. He just like, you want the hormones fucking chicken and shit, and you know, so I don't know. He was just weird like that. The other dogs,
I can see a dog being picky, but a freaking snake being like, you did not produce that. Let me snub thee.
Yep. I mean, just like what some of my snakes say, they just eat ASFs. You can do the scenting. You can put a rat in there with them for a week. Let them hang out. Won't take it. You can do they won't do frozen ASFs. They won't be, you know, pre-killed. They have to be moving live, and like she'll watch it move around just to make sure it's alive. Take a few steps on its own, then snatch it. I'm like, I know you better prove out. I'll tell you that much because she's a pastel. This one here is a pastel het clown. Yeah. That I got almost 4 years ago, and she just been slowly like getting up the size or whatever. And I'm like, if this thing doesn't prove out, and I've been raising up a pastel for 4 years, it's gonna be hell to pay.
That would not be. Yeah. Actually, I would laugh a little bit, just a little.
That is the last snake that I have left in my collection that I got it from somebody that I would consider like a reputable breeder. I think I got it like an auction or something like that, or some sale like a long time ago. And I just wanted to like get some hets, you know, for cheap. So, but the het clown female I paid like $100 for 3 years ago. She proved out before everybody else.
We just had our first experience of hitting the 1,000-gram wall.
Oh man, yeah.
And we've never hit we're just at that point that all the animals we bought have been over 1,000 grams, or we're starting to finally, you know, hit that. And I'm like, what is everybody? She hit 1180, and I'm like, cool. She missed the wall. No, she has now hit the wall. And I'm like, and usually like you can give her either a live or a pre-kill or a frozen. She doesn't care. You just plop it in and she eats it. Like, and now she won't eat. And I'm like, oh man, you're that close. And of course, it's the pastel lavender female that is possible het pied.
Of course, man. So I think we should start a trend in 2021 when everyone goes, hey man, what's your most anticipated clutch that you can't wait to do? I'm like, yeah, man, I got this I got this het pied male that I'm trying to put to this normal to build up a bunch of possible hets, and so that way that shit never happens. And then
yeah, because I keep saying my freeway clutch, and I don't think my ivory is gonna go this year either.
Mm-hmm. So, and then you'd be like, well, what's your least? It's like, you know what? If I put this black pastel mahogany clown female to this red stripe asphalt hurricane male, man, I hope I get nothing out of that shit. This is not important at all.
The trick to that is just to call it trick. No, just kidding.
That's funny. Oh man,
my whatever stranger to my asphalt red stripe trick.
Nice.
John says he's gonna get a stranger trick and breed it to a mahogany hurricane.
Oh,
I'm
nice.
like, you're such an idiot. Like, he's like, I want to trigger the special people.
Well, if you got stranger trick money to trigger the special people, I'm like, all means go right ahead.
We have nothing. Like, our fanciest, oh god, I can't even tell you what our fanciest is because it's not. Like, we have solid foundations. But it's to, like, we have the stuff to make the stuff we want.
So I got this guy right here.
Ooh, that's pretty.
That's my guy growing up right now. Red stripe, yellow belly clown.
See, red stripe's one of those genes that everyone's like, ooh, red stripe. And I look at him like, I don't know what you're talking. Like, I don't see it. But I'm also new and stupid.
Well,
so
I mean, it's a gene that came back that's been around for a long time that a lot of people just kind of brushed over the years. And then when the Magma Project came out, but then when you put it with stuff like, have you seen like the red stripe cypress stuff?
Yeah.
Yeah. So,
but I'm still like, I don't see it. Maybe it's just because I'm still new and learning.
Dude, that was like it took me so many years to not mess with stuff like yellow belly and like a lot of things like that too, because I just be like, dude, you guys are like the townspeople from the Emperor's New Clothes and shit. It's a fucking normal. Like, it's the same.
Yeah.
It's one look. It's the same snake.
Oh my god. What was it? John mixed up two snakes that we had just gotten from Chris Ward.
Oh shit.
And it was a yellow belly het clown. And a possible triple het. It's 100% het clown and pied, and it's 50% het hypo. And man. John mixed them up when we was cleaning. And I'm like, and of course these guys are little. Like, I'm like, fuck.
Well, that's all. And see, documentation is cool then too, because when you start taking pictures when you get stuff in, like sometimes
we hadn't yet. They were only like here a day.
Yep. So like different dog bones on the back or different alien heads and things like that too. So that's why taking pictures is always good.
Yeah. Well, luckily one was a male and one was female.
Oh,
but Chris had sent me this snake, and it was the tiniest snake I ever seen. He was actually talking about it in his live with you. Normally he doesn't send them that small, but where I can listen and follow instruction if there was an issue, he sent it to me anyways. And like, it was so tiny. I'm like, oh my god, I'm going to kill this thing. Like, it's so little. And then of course, because it's so young and little and the whole shipping fiasco, like, it didn't eat for 2 weeks. I'm like, oh my god, he's fine, he's eating, he's good, like, he's picky. I can't get him to frozen thawed, which is fine. But yeah, that like, it fit right in here. Like, it was that tiny. I'm like, Chris, you're insane for sending me this thing. He's like, what? You follow instructions? I'm like, he's like, good practice. So I heard one of your pet peeves is something I do.
What's that? Oh, post pictures of stuff and don't put what the fuck it is, or what?
No, I do that. And I tagged the person I bought it from. Cool, thanks for the info. I got to check with my significant other.
Oh, let me call my partner or my wife. Oh my God.
See, whoa. I do. John and I are business partners too. So usually I gather the information, have a nice conversation, and then be like, John, look what I found. And then normally tells me yes.
But like I said, though, 9 times out of 10, you don't hear back from them. But it's always that one person that, you still have to treat everybody, entertain them the same way because you never know, you know.
Yeah.
So once
Usually
they say,
I'm straightforward. I'm like,
yeah.
listen, I got to make sure the boyfriend says okay because he's a business partner. And then have a normal conversation and be like, you know, because I think it would go really well with this, this, and this, and this, but I have to clear it with the boss because he holds the wallet. And 9 times out of 10, I can get him to agree. So, but I do that all the time.
That's a good partner to have then, you know. So instead of having the partner that you get shut down for projects all the time, or it just seems like super
We
one-sided.
fight over projects. So he has like his collection, I have mine, and then we have ours. So any jeans we share. And anything that's in ours has to be male. So we're not fighting over it.
Oh, that's crazy.
Like we have a pied het lab because I wanted to do dreamsicles. He wants to do suma pieds. Suma cine pieds is what he wants to do. So we can share it. Right? But
that's gonna be sick.
Suma cine pieds, it's as close. He's thinking it'll appear as close to a panda pied as you can get without it being panda pied.
Yeah. I'm lucky enough to never have problems with super black pastels at all and stuff too. So it just kind of just luck of the draw, I guess. I don't know, because I made a lot of like 8 balls of super sentiments and super black pastels, and never even had like crazy duck bills or like underbites or sharp mouth or kinks or anything like that. So
yeah,
everybody's like, "Well, you're just lucky." I'm like, "Oh, lucky."
He just doesn't want to worry about it. So I'm like, you go do your thing. Although he wants to make a Suma lavender. And I'm like, why?
A patternless lavender then?
Well, he's seen the albino Suma that Corey Woods produced. And he's like, but just replace the white with lavender.
Was it patternless though, or what?
You haven't seen it?
I don't think so.
Hold on, I can find it and show it on the screen. Albino.
See, I don't even know how to do this on the screen with StreamYard, so I'll be learning a new skill right now anyway.
Oh, I so fancy. Suma Ball Python. Corey Woods. No, that is the albino. Super Mahogany Albino Ball Python. Is that the one he produced? There it is. There's one that's. Why is this being annoying?
I think these damn.
Yeah. No. So he. Oh, they're not even. They're cinnamon and pewter. I can't find it.
Okay.
But it's pretty patterned. Like it's got a little bit of a pattern to it. It's weird. He also wants to do a Suma Freeway.
Oh, that'd be crazy.
Well,
It'd be weird to see what overpowers the other, you know?
Well, his thing is Kasumas can have that red dorsal. That the Freeway will make that red dorsal more prominent and like orange. I don't know. He's got some weird projects, and I'm like, you're just gonna make black snakes, like. And then he's like, you have too much asphalt. I'm like, I got 2.
No such thing as too much asphalt.
That's what I said. He is like G-stripe all the way with him, like G-stripe mahogany. Really? Yeah, he loves G-stripe and mahogany. Like
I wasn't a fan of genetic stripe until I saw it in like DG and then clown and stuff like that. And I was like, yeah, man, there's some other potential, because a lot of times you'll see stuff that people haven't really improved on in a long time. And for the longest, genetic stripe just was like stagnant and stuff too. And I was like, okay, it's a brown snake with a stripe down his back. Big fucking whoop, you know. And then I was like, oh shit, okay. That's
yeah. He's also thinking that will help with the Suma stuff. And I'm like, he sticks into one project unless it has banana or mahogany in it. Like, he's got no interest. Meanwhile, I'm like, I want to do all the clown stuff. I want to do dreamsicle stuff. I want to do lightning pies. I want to make a clown lightning pied.
A clown lightning pod.
Yeah, and I want to throw Enchi in there too.
Well, if this clown pie male gets his act together, hopefully I have some triple hets coming up this year too, but with the VPI Exotic line. So she's just ready to go. And
yeah, I'm going to go with MJ.
Like, he's just like, yeah, I mean, you're in Canada, so
may as well.
I know, right? You know, So, but I have like all my example stuff is VPI, and then when I proved out that banana clown mail, it just so happens that it was the same line. So go figure, what a coincidence.
That's good that
So,
it just happened to be the same line.
yeah. So
Did you see that thing? I don't know. You might not have. There was a guy in Canada who found out one of his animals was het exanthic, but it wasn't like they're not compatible, right?
right? No, I didn't see that.
One of his animals turned out to be he had MJ exanthic, and he was trying to make hats, and it turned out his animal was like het BPI.
Oh, one of the snakes he had before, trying to put it with that one. Oh.
Yeah, so he was breeding it, thinking that the snake was not het for exanthic or anything, trying to make hats, and it happened to be het VPI, and he didn't know.
Oh,
and there was a bunch of like exanthic babies that were just kinked and like the worst thing I've ever seen in my life for kinks.
Oh,
like
that's
they were
nuts.
just like man. So, but John wants to put what's he want to do? He wants to put a dreamsicle to a lightning pied and make like hats to make an exanthic lavender pied.
So there'll be so there'd be snow lavender snow pies and whatever the heck.
Yeah. I'm like, so you're gonna make a white snake? I'm like, I will do this if I have permission to buy a lightning pied, like female, because if you don't hit it, you're gonna hit dreamsicles or lightning pies. I'll support you in this, but you're gonna make a white snake.
Yeah.
You need to talk to him because he doesn't listen to me. He does not listen to me. I'll say something and then like Chris will say something and he listens. I'm like, so any genes you want to get into?
So I don't have, obviously I want to mess with the monsoon eventually, but I don't want to do anything with the pattern. So I want to like any recessive I don't have right now, I'm going straight into putting other recessives to it. So instead of like doing like all these like enhancer combos and things like that, I want to have those, but I'm gonna put that into the ultra males, into the clowns and things like that too. So monsoon is on the list. So right now I'm trying to figure out if I'm trying to do hets, just get like some 100% het monsoons and just kind of try my luck with that. Because it's going to be a while before, visual monsoons come together and things like that too. So I have a het puzzle female, but I had a visual puzzle male and he just like died. I got him as an adult and stuff like that too.
Yeah.
That was during my campaign that, okay, I'm going to stop buying these adults that people are getting rid of for whatever reason, So, just, you got to realize though, like a lot of times when people, it's not always like a bad animal you get it when you're getting adults too, but you're getting like they didn't make the cut for that breeder for some reason, So even if it was like they have a multi-gene puzzle or what I mean, and stuff like that, that can also be the case. But like you're not buying like the best and brightest. No one sells off their best stuff. You know what I mean? Especially if they're still actively breeding. So I want to do I want to pick up a visual puzzle combo. So that and then sunset. I got some sunset stuff coming up that I got some people that's going to put some in my hand. So and just some ways to make that gene stay brighter, because a lot of times people see sunset and they see like the snake browning out pretty early. So I just want to pick up some really good quality sunset stock.
I'm sitting here and thinking because I'm not a fan of the gene but John uses it a bit. Like what mahogany would do in sunset.
Yeah.
It's kind of reddish.
And sometimes mahogany does some weird things to the patterns too, so maybe it might make
Mine is insane.
Yeah.
Like it's got this weird chaining on it.
Yeah, like, I love that about the mahogany. And with the mahogany gene too, like people like to rag on Pastel, but to me, the two genes that Pastel looks great in is mahogany and in like DG enhancer stuff too.
Yeah,
it makes it a lot brighter, and I think with the right combinations, it's going to get to like if you start marketing DG combos with Pastel like the right way, I think it'll get to a point where people like the price of pastels will start going up again if you do it the right way. But I mean, a person can only hope, Black Pastel made a big jump and a lot of these stuff, that we didn't mess with, I think, Right now, I think the bongo gene is overlooked, and I think that's gonna make a big comeback too. But I like the bongo clown combos too.
Mm,
So,
I almost bought a lesser bongo female, and I
uh,
didn't.
why
I'm
not?
still upset about it because Chris Ward tempted me with pastel lavenders that are, and a pied het lav, and should have
That's
bought them
funny.
all anyways. John was going to get a cinnamon GHI, and because he's trying to put GHI and dark jeans into his mahogany stuff, and that boy has no direction. He's just like, I'm just going to put all the things in the things and see what happens.
So he mostly leaned towards like darker combinations. Is that like that's his thing, or?
Yeah, and then I lean towards pattern.
Oh, so look at you guys with your balancing the force and shit. With your perfectly balanced. That's cool, man. So, and you can see different perspectives, and eventually you'll win him over, and vice versa. So
He hasn't won me over yet. He has not. Like he spent this money on the mahogany stuff, and it comes in, and I'm like, really? Like, this is it? This is what you were like excited about? Like, they're nice animals, but I'm just like, no, they can stay. They can go back. But he loves it, and now he's getting in. He wants to do a triple recessive project, and I'm like, you're going to have to listen to me very carefully because he has no idea with genetics. Like he's not he can't do the gene math. And I'm like, I will tell you exactly what you will do, what you will buy, how you will do it, who you will hold back, and you will listen to me and don't be like, I like the snake because it's pretty. No.
But part of that is important too, because you got to kind of make what you like as well. So
Yeah,
I'm
I'm not holding back some.
Yeah. I'm not throwing on my Superman cape for John and anything like that, but I mean he's kind of right, so.
I mean, he was infantry for the military, so that tells you a whole bunch.
Infantry, is that like childcare or what's that?
Oh, it's kind of like
No.
So Canadian Forces like
No, I know it.
infantry.
Yeah, I know what it
Then he
is.
went to engineering after that. They built a bridge in a day.
Heck yeah.
I'm like, he's all retired and stuff now, and a truck mechanic. But yeah, I just make fun of him. Like, yeah, you were in infantry.
That's funny.
They're kind of like our Marines, like.
Oh, that's cool. Yeah, so I like him even more now, So.
Yeah, they're kind of like they get, where's your coloring book? And
watch your words. You watch. Yeah. Shut your mouth. You should.
Hey, I'm military. I come from a military family.
Shut your mouth.
But you know how they always tease on like.
Oh man, I've heard all the jokes in the world, man, and then it moved over to the ball python world because like I get my daily crayon joke from Tom from Atypical.
That's so funny because they're like infantry. There's like, where's your coloring book? Like. So he left that, went to engineering, and then just was like, I'm done with the military. And left. And then he tried to reapply because life didn't make sense out of the military. It didn't work out, but we're fine. We're doing what we're doing.
Good.
We're at that portion of the evening, folks. If anybody's got any questions.
Yeah, fire away.
Oh, I forgot to tell you the fun thing I do on here.
What's that?
Nobody ever really does it, but it happens occasionally where, how we take questions from the audience.
Mm-hmm.
So on this show, we actually take questions from the audience. So I pop the StreamYard link in and let people pop on and ask questions.
Oh, nice. Is anyone in the
chat
in the queue right now to jump in?
No, I'm dropping it in now. It's just I know how intimidating it can be sometimes to ask the people that are more well-known questions, and that's kind of why I do this as a newbie. So I'm here to emotionally support people if they want to ask questions. So I have no shame.
Get you a vest that says emotional support breeder. That'd be dope.
That sounds really wrong. I'm retired breeder.
Nice.
I may be proven, but I'm retired.
Emotional support breeder.
No more out of me. I'm good. I'm good. Oh, goodness. Yeah, my 7-year-old's asking for more snakes again.
I'm gonna try to go through the comments and see what anybody has, or
yeah, I did.
If you have any rapid fire questions you're open to fire off, close this out. I got a private boxing lesson at 8 p.m. my time, so that's like a half hour. So I gotta get everything ready for that. But man, I think I broke my record on this show for the most shitty jokes. So
really, that's surprising.
Yeah, because I try to keep it together, man. So I think I hit 4. So usually I keep it like level at 2 because some people get annoyed with it, But I was like, she can take it.
I don't care. I have bad jokes. I'm still like, my kid's just annoying me. She had her birthday, and this kid wants a female bamboo. That's all she wants. She asked for Christmas, didn't get it because I can't afford a female bamboo right now. Asked for her birthday, didn't get it. She's now said she wants a female puzzle as well.
Go get that damn bamboo.
So on her birthday, she wanted to do a live and talk to everybody. Like Scarlett's kind of a little famous in like my circle of friends. Mm-hmm. And she's doing a live and she's talking about like, I want a bamboo. I want a female puzzle. And she's like, I'm like, yeah, you're going to have to make snakes and sell them if you want a puzzle. She goes, I'll use my birthday money. I'm like, it's $15. She goes, yeah, that's enough. And I'm like, okay, you message Will.
That's funny.
So I made her message Will. Well, I was telling him what she was saying. He's like, I can sell her a snake shed. And then she looks and I'm like, you good luck trying to sell Will, get a puzzle for $15. She's like, well, if he doesn't, he just remembers that I'm 7 and I get very cranky.
Oh man.
Ooh, Moose. There's Moose.
Are you chasing any multi-gene clown projects, Magma, Pompeii, or just multi-recessives? Yeah. So like I was talking about earlier, I wanted to do mahogany with the Pompeii project too, which I'm working on now. But I'm gonna replace the yellow belly with asphalt and the spot nose with hurricane. So eventually it'll be, red stripe, hurricane, asphalt clowns, with mahogany and things like that. So yeah, so that'd be what? Red stripe, hurricane, mahogany, asphalt clowns. Yeah, so hopefully I hit some of those and we can go to Sizzler after that and we can celebrate.
What's Sizzler?
I don't know. It's just a shitty restaurant here, but I always say like we're gonna go celebrate. We're going to Sizzler.
Usually we just say like we're going to McDonald's. Like
they have like buffet lobster, I think. So yeah. Buffet lobster.
Buffet lobster does not. As a girl who can just go down in the boat and buy it off the docks, that sounds so wrong.
Yeah,
we don't have ribs here. We have McLobster. So
Yeah, and then eventually, like I'll have asphalt on both sides. So if I get like a super asphalt red stripe mahogany clown, I'll take that as well. No big deal.
I love asphalt so much.
Yep, super asphalt. Super asphalt, super inchy pies are in the works, and super asphalt lavender pies, hopefully by accident. So I
just want to super asphalt everything. Mm-hmm. And next year, as long as she keeps eating, I can hit my hobby super asphalts to start.
Oh, that'd be nuts. Like
it's nothing fancy, but I mean it's a nice little starter animal.
Yeah, and with that I like how it has like these real like dark, like real deep dark bluish purples in it too, and it's a really cool. Mojave is so overlooked, man, but it does such cool things, man.
Yeah. Well, I have the Mojave asphalt, and it's okay. Like it's not what you would expect. I wish I can go grab it, but
You have it on your IG?
I might have a photo of it actually. I'll have to post it.
How do you not have a picture
I
of a Mojave
forget.
asphalt on your fucking IG, lady?
I do have it on
Holy
my IG.
shit.
I do have it on my IG. I've got the asphalt up there too. I always forget. Like, I'm so busy with this, like the kids and the animals in the show. Yeah, I've got them on there. It's an old photo, but I got them on there. It's like October 26th, 2020. Like, it's different. It's not how you would expect.
What's more important, buying project pieces or infrastructure? I think it kind of depends on which direction you're going with the projects. Like when you're doing when you're in game is to have this like really expensive project that one doesn't exist yet, and you can put like whatever price point that you feel is worth at that point. It's cool to kind of buy the pieces little by little. Like what I'm talking about before, the monsoon project. Go on Morph Market right now and find some het monsoon males, like 100% hets, or even visual stuff. Good luck, Yeah. So so if you decide you want to start building a project like that, so what I'm going to do is first I'm going to just start getting a bunch of females and growing them up. Like every once in a while, Billy will post some hets, for sale, whatever. So hopefully I can get a couple of females in the package deal. Like even though they have like Mojave, het, monsoon, or crystal stuff and things like that.
Yeah.
So little by little, I want to build up a bunch of females because it's not the forefront of my projects right now and what I'm trying to produce the next couple of years. So I have no problem sticking stuff in the racks and growing it out and just kind of set it and forget it. Is what I say too. Like my I don't want to tell everybody I had this problem, but I have an Ultramel Clown project with some other stuff in it too. But so those guys are just chilling in the racks. They eat every couple of days. You know what I mean?
Nobody's here. It's just you and me. It's like nobody's listening into that.
So wait for those things to pop up, and every once in a while I see a good female. You know what I mean? That I'm thinking about buying, and then someone snatches it faster than I do, so I can go ahead and get some at least visuals on one side right away. They just double hets, but yeah. So right now, as far as like this finishes question though, so with the monsoon project, my goal is just get a couple like multi-gene hets little by little. So then maybe when it's time for them to breed that year, visuals just a little bit cheaper, but I can use that to kind of stack on some genes and have some multi-gene monsoon stuff that's still keeping that same pattern and not washing it out and drowning things out. And that's the goal with monsoon, since it's such a powerful pattern mutation. You got to figure out, like, it'd be dumb to have pinstripe monsoons because to me, it'll probably look like jigsaws almost,
Like, I want to see Enchi in it.
Yeah, and see if it reduces the pattern any and things like that too, So, and then that's also too, like knowing what gene does what with different things, So we know that when you put Enchi in the pied, it reduces the white, right?
Yeah.
I mean, yeah, but so you have more patterns, so you can kind of stack stuff on there. You kind of see what you got. But with the clown, Enchi does what? It makes the teardrops disappear. It makes the stripe a little bit narrower too. So it gives you less things to do. So when you're trying to do multiple gene clowns and you want pattern into it, you probably shouldn't stick Enchi into it for the most part because you're going to take away everything else, So it's such an overpowering gene. So it's just a matter of knowing how things work with different, with other genes and kind of going from there.
John and I talked about doing a big investment and investing and importing in a male monsoon, like from Europe. But I'm like, I don't it's if we get any eggs this year or anything in hatchlings, pretty much just sell as much as we can, hold it all off, and just that one animal.
Yeah, yeah. My goal.
Pop it everything.
Yeah, my goal this year, I'm going to actually drop like 7 to 10K on the animal finding, like just maybe a good pair or something that'll bring my projects up a couple of years and to fast forward me, So the same way, there was a time when I wanted to work on the clown pie project, and I was like, oh, I just got these double hets hanging out here, and I'll get the 1 in 16 chance. I'm like, no, let's go get a fucking clown pie, you idiot. So I just was like, all right, let me just get this male. And I can like stack different genes on top of it too, because when you go on a multi-recessive route now too, you also want to put other things into it too. So you want to have like, insert your favorite morph here to kind of go on that too, because when you start doing that later on, it kind of knocks you backwards a couple of years. You got to pretty much start all over. So
yeah, well, that's why I want to do like the clown exotic pied, like the clown lightning pied, but put Enchi into it. Because I think that would be.
Does John like blackhead stuff?
Yep. We both like it. Blackhead. That's one of the few genes we agree on. Nice. Yeah, and I can't find it too much up here.
Yeah,
it's one of those genes where it's kind of like hard to find.
I got my blackhead head hypo female thrown in like as in addition to spending, since you spent this much money on me, take her too, you know, and then she's gonna go.
I love hypo.
Yep.
Like really, I hate you. We're actually looking at if he hits one, importing blackhead lace from Marshall at Marshall Law Morphs.
Ooh, Marshall's dope. Shout out to Marshall.
He's my brother.
Marshall,
I'm the dope, annoying little sister of the group.
We were on. I think we were on Reptiles Unplugged together. I think. Yeah, I think we were.
When was that? Did I miss that? Because I'm a horrible friend if I did.
Oops. So I was on the Veterans Day episode of Reptiles Unplugged. So just a bunch of military vets on there, and we got to kind of shoot the shit and have a good time, and it was super fun. So it may have been because Marshall's a vet, right?
I'm a bad friend. I don't know.
I think so. Yeah, I'm pretty sure it was that.
I'm pretty sure he is. Yeah.
Yeah. So
yeah, he's pretty much Canadian. I have to send him coffee crisps.
Coffee crisps. What the fuck is that?
It's a chocolate.
Huh?
It's a chocolate.
Oh, chocolate's dope. Yeah, I want some coffee crisps.
Do you want me to send you coffee crisps?
You're damn right. I'm going to send you my thing too. The first step is admitting Kathleen. I'm proud.
I still laugh that night you popped into one of my things and you're like, where's your super chat? And I'm like, I'm sorry, Antoine. I'm not fancy like you on your channel.
I was trying to send you some money, man. Shit. So
we're poor over here.
So what you can do though, across your bottom banner, when I started doing, when I found out that YouTube is a bunch of damn gangsters that they take 30% of your money. I just put like all my other like Venmo and Cash App stuff across the screen, and a lot of people just like send me that through my phone. I get a message on my computer like, oh, cool, you know, and so yeah, YouTube takes 30% of your money when you do super chats.
I mean, not that I'm gonna make that much money. I mean, we're sitting at 211 subscribers so far.
Oh, you'll get there. How long you been doing? How long?
November 13th was my first live.
Yeah. So, and what's going to help you out too is with your watch time, because doing so much live things, you know what I mean? So you do an hour and a half, a 2-hour show, and then you got 20 people in there, you know, that's 20 hours, you know what I mean? 20 hours easy that way. So,
my shows are usually 2.5 to 3 hours.
Exactly. So that's the cheat code right there to getting that watch time in. So
yeah, I think I'm at like 1,500 minutes watched.
What app are you using to track your?
Or no, stuff? Not 1,500. Sorry, 1,500 hours. That's just through the YouTube studio.
That's good. Yeah. Okay. So yeah. You don't have I think YouTube TubeBuddy is another one.
TubeBuddy. I have that too.
Yeah. So like I follow those too. And I like about those is that you can also track a bunch of YouTubers as like that you want to keep track of all their stuff.
Yeah.
So I use it as motivation. So like I was talking about Baker from Blue Line Morph. So like on my list now is like Precious, Blue Line, Small Town,
Precious,
a bunch of other people that started around the same time, and then I have a list of the people that's absolutely kicking my ass, like obviously like Miguel and Justin and Billy, where it says they have total of 56 million views, and I have like 7,000. So
yeah,
so I'm like all right, I can get there.
The live I did yesterday it was just a quick little live, had 415 views.
Holy shit. Nice. Yeah. How long did you go for?
An hour. It wasn't long. It was just like a bunch of us reptile podcasters that were Canadian are like, okay, guys, this is what's going on. This is what's happening. This is why you need to fight it.
Yeah, that's great.
And then we called the organization WAP. So, I mean, that was fun. Oh, can't have a 4K snake with the middle of the mall rack. Okay, I feel bad like when I buy really fancy snakes from people and I'm putting them in like a DIY rack
What
with
kind of
like
rack?
stair.
What kind of rack do you have? What is?
So our first one we made, oh my god, that got trashed. It was like plywood.
Mm-hmm.
Plywood with like, you know, the cement mixer
Yep.
tubs. That was our first rack. Then right now they're kind of like in this like regular shelving in like Sterilite tubs right now while we're revamping everything.
I still have
Everything.
I still have my two original melamine 28 quart racks, my very first ones when I started. And they're still in good condition. I keep them really, really clean, and I use them like when I need to move just a
Yeah.
quarantine section somewhere. And I keep that as a reminder. Hey, man, this is where you started at, bro. You know, so even if I ever get to the point where I have a gigantic building that's like 5,000 square feet and I got rows of racks, that thing is staying there, and that'll be like in my bedroom. That'll be my quarantine rack. You
Yeah.
know,
We're in the process right now of building racks out of like the plastic shelving and cutting the leg and stuff.
Like the Home Depot
Yeah.
shelving too. Yeah,
Yeah.
like I was like watching my video. I did a video with MJ, and he still has Home Depot like rack set up too. And like you go up, it's perfect humidity, perfect temperature. If whatever you're using, that you're keeping all the stuff you need to keep your steak healthy. I mean, hey, by
Yep.
all means, do it.
Oh yeah, and like we have a turtle tank in the room, an open turtle tank, and like our humidity is perfect. Like we have to use
Nice.
like flyers
I had a
because
turtle.
it's too humid.
I had
I
a
have
turtle.
two.
I had one, and he suicided himself. So you don't know that story?
Is it on YouTube? I'm gonna have.
No. So I talked about it like everywhere. So before I moved to here, I've been here like a year and a half. In the old place, the snake room was super small, but I still had humidity problems. But I had an alligator snapping turtle, and when I got him, he's about the size of a quarter, like like super small. And then like after the year and a half, he got about like that big, and he had like a 70-gallon tank. So the 70-gallon tank was kept the humidity nice in the room. So I had one of the little heat probes in the tank. He scaled the wire of the heat tape and fell from the top of it and split his shell down the middle. Like he landed at like the edge of the tank. It was like a sharp metal stand, and he split himself down the middle.
That's horrible.
Yeah, so
I mean, we all learn. Mine are lazy, and I mean, they were surrendered to us. 15 years old, told they were female, they're male. They were like abandoned, like yeah.
But dude, I didn't have them for 3 years. They lived to be a fucking 100. Like that's sad. Like I'd be ashamed of myself.
Ours, well, like we have Mississippi map turtles.
Oh.
They'll live to 30. They're 15 now, but they were never given UVB or any of that stuff. And they only swam in water that deep.
Okay.
So I mean, we don't know. And they got a bunch of injuries and stuff. But yeah, we're also looking at jerry rigging a freaking rack and building it out of aluminum.
Hey Moose, do I follow you on Instagram? If so, like shoot me a message or whatever like that too, because I want to chat it up with you soon and run some ideas by you. Because you seem like somebody.
You seem like Moose.
No, just from the chat, just from like the comments, Moose seems pretty cool. So I think that's somebody I want to chat it up with and pick his brain and stuff too. So yeah, send me a message or whatever. And
he's mean to me, okay?
But this is how I find all my friends though, like in the comments. So like literally I just pick people who comment I like, and then I'm like, oh shit, he's super dope. And then
I force my friendship upon people, like I don't leave them alone.
Yeah, I'm like that too. I'm like that one cartoon character that picks up the animals and just hugs them and squeezes them and shit. And they're like, well, I can't not be his friend because he can fuck me up. So
yeah, I mean, they all pick on me. I'm the little sister of the group. Like it is what it is. But if anybody's mean to me, they step up.
Yeah, so
it's happened before. Any last minute questions? Because he's got to go.
So, did you hear about that? Me and Chris are going to do our like a once a month show too, and just shoot.
I did.
That's going to be fun, man. Like
I'm so proud of him. I'm so proud of him.
When he finally started making videos, I'm like, dude, what the fuck took you so long? You're like,
I
know. Like, dude.
So he has a Discord, right?
Mm-hmm.
I told him months ago. I said, you need to do like your own Patreon thing or Discord or something. And he's like, I got nothing to offer people. And I told him to shut up. And then he made his little Discord, and it was just me and him and Nick, like his business partner, for months. And I'm like, you guys gonna like invite people in here? Like, why? And now it's like, it's crazy. Like, it's hectic. Like, there's lots of people talking, and it's cool. You should get into the Discord thing.
I'll jump on it. I just like, I'm part of like Billy's Discord, and I never go on that thing, man. I get these messages. I'm like, what the fuck is this? Like, I get like problems. I don't have time for this shit, dude. I was in the Instagram group chat for 2 years before I like looked in it and figured out like what it was. My phone was just like buzzing. I'm like, what is this? It's some initials or something like that. I thought it said like AARP. And I was like, yeah, Jerome, I'm forced you to do fucking YouTube. You got to
I popped Jerome's cherry. Claim to fame.
Dude, that thumbnail you did with him, he looks like a fucking Viking king and shit. It's like, it was so badass. I'm like, dude, like this shit is fucking dope. I'm like when I saw that, like, was like a couple of months back, I was like, I want a thumbnail that looks like I'm a white Viking.
He was just on a couple of weeks ago.
That shit was badass, man.
I do the cartoon thing because nobody really does it, and I think it's fun.
Yeah, it's dope, man. So fucking, I was like, who's this good looking fella in this thumbnail? Oh, that's Jerome.
Yeah, I had him on, and he's just like, like I haven't been on a live before, and I'm like, yes, I popped another cherry.
Heck yeah, Jerome, what's good, brother? You sexy bitch. Hope all is well.
I mean, I wouldn't go as far as to say sexy.
I'll call you soon, man. Yeah, Jerome is my guy, man. You know,
I love him.
He was another guy who like I kind of took to like in the chats and stuff, and I was like, hey man, you want to do a fucking run the drive all to your house and do a video? He's like, what? Yeah, people get surprised by that, man. So a lot of people just hit up, and if they're in California, I'll make the 4, 5, 6 hour drive just to come hang out. Like I'm tired of looking at my same boring ass snakes all the time, bro. You know, like
I will look at your boring ass snakes. Like you come look at mine. Like there's nothing fancy in my racks.
When people goes, yeah, I want to come to your house and look at your snakes. I'm like, ew. What you want to look at a fucking? You want to look at some yellow belly combo here and some inchy shit? To me, just when you see the same stuff over and over again, it just gets kind of like, like my favorite animal in my collection is just a yellow belly DG. That's it.
What I wouldn't do for a yellow belly DG. Well, Shane Kelly popped yours, Moose. Shane Kelly is a little hoe, and he likes to be the first of everything.
Well, if I get that male enhancer, see, every time I say that, I think about dick pills. If I get this fucking enhancer male, it's enhancer het clown, possible het G-strike, that's a male from Billy. He takes over the breeding for that stuff. Then the yellow belly DG.
Can you do me a favor? If you hit a world's first with an enhancer, can you name it Viagra?
We need to, or Cialis, or one of those things.
I mean, why just stop at one? Like,
yeah. So yeah, do like the Viagra, like this Viagra first, and then like the Cialis, and then I'm there. I got you, homie.
We'll name one like penis pump. I don't know.
Yeah. Oh. Yeah, it's funny because like I'll be walking somewhere at work and I'll be on the phone with somebody. I was like, yeah, I got a male enhancer coming, and my boss was like,
I wonder how that would sound, but I'd have to leave the house.
Yeah.
Like I don't leave the house. We're in lockdown though too.
I don't leave the house either. The house.
Stop.
That's dope, yo. The house. I'm gonna start doing that shit. I'm gonna sound all regal now. I'm on the phone. I'm like, yes, I have to leave the house.
Regal? Okay, yeah. This is like where I live is considered like the southern. Like we're like pretty much Tennessee. Like we say y'all, we have cowboy hats, we got accents, like we're rednecks. Our idea of a good time, like we have kitchen parties here.
Nice. Oh man.
And then everyone's
Yeah.
like, "What's a kitchen party?"
Yeah, Jerome was saying the same thing about he felt like his collection was boring. I'm just opening up drawers. I'm like, how? Like, what the fuck? And I think we all do that. And sometimes too, we get caught up with like, I think
comparing.
I don't want to say. Sometimes, honestly, though, I'm gonna be transparent right now. Sometimes, I do get like a little bit of like an imposter syndrome. Sometimes, when I talk to people and they're asking me for advice and things like that too, because I always say to myself, "Man, you guys got like a lot of other options too," you know. But I think because I'm so transparent about my fuck ups, you know, kind of people like that, you know, like I don't, man. If you people say, "Oh, I got a perfect season," dude, you're a liar, you know. Like you're gonna have kink babies, you're gonna have failed heat tape. Like I killed a snake last year. Like I had this weird feeling to come check on my snakes at 2 a.m. and my ARS rack was up to like 116 degrees, you know, and everybody made it but my breeder double head clown pie female, belly up.
We lost one. We had it shipped 2 weeks before we moved. It ate once, and then we starved it to move, and then we lost it after the move too much at once.
Oh man.
It was just a young one, but the thing is, it was my toffee. Like that's what I was looking for.
Yeah, that sucks.
So I'm like, fuck. But it was a lesson learned. If we ever move again, don't be getting snakes arriving 2 weeks before. It was just too much on them.
When the world opens back up and I can go out of the country again, I gotta come visit, man. I'm gonna be all over Canada like a damn madman.
I can't wait to go my first Reptile Expo. That's what I'm excited for.
So if any of you guys are going to be in Texas in April, I'm going to the NARBC Arlington, so it would be dope to see you guys out there. I'm bringing a bunch of t-shirts with me and stickers and magnets. I'm actually going to like mail them out there, so I don't have to carry with me. So
are you coming to CRBE when this stuff's all done?
Yeah, definitely. So yeah, I got to do that. And I'm just gonna like I never plan on vending, to be honest with you. Like I'm never gonna be a vendor. I don't say never, but most likely I won't ever vend. But like most of my sales are like from YouTube and like and just off Instagram, you know, and Morph Market. So I never need to get to the point because I don't have like surplus animals either. So like I have a like good customer base locally where if I have like simple gene stuff, I literally just give them away to people who end up buying rodents from me anyway. Yeah. So like I can turn a normal male baby to almost a $200 profit for the year if I just give it away to somebody, you know. So
I'm wholesaling them to the exotic store.
Yeah, so I mean it works like that too.
You have to go to your private lesson.
Yeah. They already signaled to me. I'm looking through my window right now. They're good. So yeah, Dylan hit me up too, man. We gotta do something. I think Dylan's in Colorado, right? Or something like that. Some weirdness.
Dylan, I don't know where he is exactly. I love Dylan. His snake room is insane.
Yeah, so when Dylan, you do come to California, if you go see Jerome, just hit me up. I'll make the drive. I'm like 5 hours from Jerome, so I'll come up and we'll all get tore up and shit too. So you know,
John and I are talking about in June if we've gotten vaccinated in the open borders, coming down for Carpet Fest in California.
Yeah. Oh, that's crazy.
But yeah, we're on the other side of like we're East Coast. So like we're as far as California as you can get, like pretty much in North America.
Yeah, that's the only thing I like as far as the vaccine goes. I got the first shot the other day, and it's been kicking my ass. Like I'm actually like nauseous right now. I've been like fidgeting and stuff like that because like it's been. So I feel like I had the flu the past couple of days, and it's kind of finally coming down. But like I've been having like stomach aches random times throughout the day, and I've been like powering through, you know. So like early on when we first started, like I was like a 7 out of 10 in pain, and it slowly like calmed down, you know. So, but you know, it's just been coming back. But and they said if you have problems the first shot, that the second one you'll be fine. But I'm like, it's a different story from everywhere too. But I'm doing this shit for you guys so I can travel.
Yeah, because I mean, I want to go to Tinley. I want to go to NIRBC someday. Like, we can't really buy anything unless there's an exporter there at the show. But I mean, I just want to go meet everybody and see everybody.
And reptile shows are so fun too, like especially after the shows too, because like we get like super trashed, especially me because I'm not a big of a drinker, you know. So like
I get trashed off of one glass of wine.
Like I'll save like my twice a year drinking for like a reptile show.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah, I want to go, and I want to go to my first one, CRB. I even said like I'll help people vend there just so I can go. But I told John he's staying home with all 3 kids because like hell am I bringing them? Because my oldest would be like, bye mom, and then come back with like a handful of snakes somehow. She is such the smartest kid. Like I've never like Brian Barchak was talking to her about like doing a 5 gene recessive project. Like that smart.
Nice.
That's cool. Well, you have to go. I don't think there's any more questions in the thing.
This was so, hey, I had a great fucking time, and I'm so glad I got to come on here and be myself, because I never want to go on somebody's show where I have to like restrict myself and kind of like, oh, it's so reserved because
you were less raunchier than usual.
You think so?
Yeah.
Well, honestly, I think just
because I'm a classy lady.
Yeah, you're a classy lady, so I had to reduce the big jokes a little bit too, you know. So
as I'm wearing a Spider-Man headband,
you know, because my mom watches my videos sometimes too. She told me, so I'm like, oh man, now I gotta like calm myself down. Like this is dumb. So, but yeah, I really appreciate it. Like it was an honor being on this show, and like just from everybody I know who's been on the show, they just said they had like the greatest time, and I said, fucking, you know, why not, man? You know, so
who told you that? They lied.
A lot of people like that's been on the show. I've talked to them, like, yeah, like Jerome said he loved you, Precious said she loved you. You know what I mean? So and like those are my homies. I'm tight with those guys too.
I love Precious. I gotta get Precious back on.
Yeah, she's doing great, man. She's like she's got monetized on her channel today officially. So she hit her 4,000 hours. Yep. So she did that. So and she's going through the process now and getting clear for that. Just bought her house. So now it's just time to expand. She's like, yeah, I'm getting it built from scratch. I'm like, make the snake room big as fuck. She's like, no, I don't want to do that. Like, I'm telling you,
get an industrial sink.
like get a big ass veterinarian sink in there, like that you would wash dogs in for your tubs, and just go crazy with it, you know. So yeah, I mean, I love it. Had a real good time. You know, I'm just kind of pissed off that I was kind of like feeling under the weather for this podcast, but I hope I was able to kind of play it off real well.
that's fine. I mean, eventually we'll have you on a round table, because that's usually what I like to do a solo episode and then get you on a round table.
Heck yeah. Oh yeah, I'm definitely about those round table stuff too. So yeah, man. You know, thank you for having me. I'm
glad you came on. When I said I wanted to do this stuff and do mentors and stuff, like I'm like, I need to have Antoine on. I need to, and I hunted you down.
Yep. And then, you know, and like everybody, I gotta tell everybody else, especially in the chat too, you know, you can call me anytime. Like, you know, I'm a person that stuff that I love talking about. So if it's martial arts or like fighting or, you know, or ball pythons or reptiles in general and breeding, like usually when I'm in here, like cleaning snakes and shit, I take my happy ass time anyway. I don't like get to the point. Like literally I had to time myself 1 week to see how fast I can get through it. And I was like, man, I did like a day's worth of work in 2 hours. I could have, you know, been doing this, but I'm usually on the phone with people, you know what I mean? Having a good time, watching YouTube videos. So it helps my day go by and it helps me enjoy things better. And I'm always cool with exchanging ideas, you know? So if you guys really want to hear me act the damn fool after this, I'm going to be on Snakes and the Fat Man on Monday. So shameless plug.
When do you, I can't remember. When do you and Chris start the once a month thing?
We haven't decided yet. So yeah, me and Chris Ward we're going to figure out like a good day to do that, because everybody has their dates. So we're trying to make sure we don't step on anyone's toes, you know? So like, I don't want to just start a once a month show and like have it the same day as all my other friends that's doing shows, because I don't want to take away.
You know what day doesn't have a lot of shows? Sunday.
What's that? Yeah, that's true. And then, and football's over now too. So a lot of people will be like, you know, so we might like take the Sunday night slot or something like that. So
yeah,
that might work.
I'm even thinking about scaling back. I do these twice a week.
Cool. So, and everybody in here, if you follow me on IG, just message me that you found me from this podcast, and I will follow you back. So I'm not one of those people who don't like follow. I'm damn near 1-to-1 on my followers. Like I got just under 3,000 followers. I think I got like 5
I was gonna say I followed you for a long time before you followed me back.
And I got
I'm
like
call shenanigans.
And I think I'm following 2,100 people. So
I'm almost at 1,000, so I'm excited.
Nice. Heck yeah, man. I'm getting there.
Well, thank you for coming on. I appreciate it. I enjoyed having you on. You're going to have to come back for a roundtable and do some roundtable shenanigans.
Yeah, you awesome, man. I appreciate you.
Especially if I'm going to do that one I was talking to you about.
Yep. Let's get it. Thanks, guys, for tuning in. Everybody in the comment section. Love you guys. You're freaking awesome.
Yeah.
Good seeing you. And
go sub
yeah.
if you're
I send you my number. We'll talk soon, okay?
All right. Bye.
All right. Peace.